I'm James Zanewicz from Tulane Medicine here in the Bullpen at JPM 2025, and I'm joined by Loukas of Macrobiome, not Microbiome Therapeutics.
Hi, great to be here.
I just want to make sure people didn't think I did it wrong.
You did it perfectly.
Perfect. Good to go. I've got 3 easy questions for you today. The first one is a little bit about your history, who you are as a person, and how you got here. Give us the story about you.
Sure. Well, as you'll be able to tell from the accent, I'm Australian. But my day job is I'm a research professor at James Cook University, which is in the far north, the northeast of the state of Queensland in Australia. Your listeners might know the Great Barrier Reef.
Yep.
That's where I live.
Oh, very cool.
And I spend my leisure time out there in my boat fishing. My day job as a research professor really generated the science that underpins Macrobiome Therapeutics. We formed the company in 2020, but it's based on decades worth of research where our own group, but also people in the US and in Europe, have shown that there's an inverse correlation between the presence of parasitic worms that live in people's guts in particular,
right,
and the incidence of autoimmune and allergic diseases. And really, what that's all about is if you've got worms on board, those worms secrete components that are aimed at protecting themselves from your body ejecting them, and those components that the worms secrete have anti-inflammatory properties. And that's why people who have worms have a much lower incidence of autoimmune disorders like inflammatory bowel disease, which is our primary interest. And so over the last few years, we've identified proteins that these worms secrete into the gut tissue to mask themselves from your immune system, but it just so happens that those proteins can be developed as drugs for autoimmune disorders like inflammatory bowel disease.
Oh, wow. And so I'm going to guess this is going to lead to the answer of my next question, which is, what are you focused on for 2025? What are you working on? I'm guessing it's Macrobiome Therapeutics.
Yeah. Well, again, with my day job at the university, but the university is a shareholder in our company, so they're happy.
Oh, so they're very interested in you moving forward.
They're happy for me to get on the road and do this. Our main goal, and the reason I'm here at JPM and here at the Bullpen today, is to try to raise funding. We're raising seed capital right now, and the goal of that seed raise is to take our 2 top candidates through early stage preclinical development. In 18 months, we would hope to pick our winner, and then take that through formal preclinical and then clinical development with a Series A raise. So to be blunt, I'm here to raise dollars.
All right, so for those dollars for your seed round, what amount are you looking to raise, and what level do you like investors to come in at? I know there's always room for conversation, but investors always ask me when we talk about this, like, hey, do you know what level? And so I'd like to just get it out there so people know.
Yeah, look, we're open to a single investor or a syndicate. And at the moment, we have a few investors in Australia and elsewhere, not just Australians, who have done their confidential due diligence, and they are contemplating putting a syndicate together.
Okay.
We'll know more by the end of this month. I guess what we'd ideally like is another 1 or 2 syndicate partners who might contribute to the measly sum of $3 million US, which is all we're looking to raise.
That's not that bad, yeah.
No, it's a small seed round. But if there's a particular investor who wants to fund the whole lot,
that would not make you upset. Yeah.
we're not committed to anybody right now, but we will be soon.
Very good. So I think that's great news, and it also leads into my last and final question, which is the Bullpen's all about finding someone, helping them, and repeating, which I'm sure you've learned this week. But when you come under the lights and deal with me on stage, you get to make an ask of the Bullpen. How can they help you?
Well, the Bullpen's already helped me. It was great having the stage today, talking to potential investors. I've had some interesting follow-on conversations just in the last hour. Just that exposure, allowing the company to have exposure, particularly because we're based 15,000 kilometers away in the southern hemisphere, getting here to the US, being surrounded by the market you have here and the abundance of capital and investors here is a real bonus for us, and so the Bullpen facilitating that process is priceless for me.
Fantastic. And is there anything else that people who are watching on LinkedIn can do to help contribute? Is it bring investors, collaborators? What are you looking for from additional people outside of this week?
Yeah. Oh, look, if anybody wants to reach out to me through LinkedIn or through email, go ahead and do it. We're always interested in the opinions of key opinion leaders. we've had a lot of information and a lot of feedback that's directed us in the direction we're going, looking at inflammatory bowel disease. But if anybody's got opinions, and particularly informed opinions from their own experience, we'd love to hear from you.
Fantastic. Well, it's exciting to have you here in the bullpen. Great to have you at JPM. Y'all brought phenomenal Gold Coast weather. Like, this is great. It's usually raining sideways. And I cannot wait to sit with you again next year and learn about what you've done.
I hope we've got a good update for you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for the support.
Likewise. Thank you.